Hey guys, Hobo Roadrunner here. Zena's sleeping right there on the ground. We are about maybe 10 miles from the west of the Alabama border. So we're supposed to reach Huntsville tomorrow, but that's not the reason I'm doing this video. I've been wanting to do a video on this subject for quite a while, and my friend Hobo Mud finally beat me to it. And he just uploaded it today. I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. But the one thing that people like me and Hobo Mud and Hobo Shoestring that we all get misconceptions of is people think we're bums. And I wanted to kind of give I don't know, I guess an example, or basically try to explain the difference between hobos, tramps, and bums. And I guess I'll have to throw dirty kids into this now. But it's my definition's is gonna be kind of different. I kind of follow the old traditional ways of the original hobos. I follow. I mean, I could name all the hobo codes, and even these ones too, off the top of my head. You know, I can name just about anything when it comes to the hobo lifestyle. But that's not the point. Uh, Mine's different because I watched Mud's video, and I agree with most of what he said, but some of it, which would be true unto itself, I feel like it was kind of more based off of off his experience, and mine is based off of old knowledge that was given to me years ago when I was younger and I first started this off. But this is basically again the difference between hobos, tramps, uh, bums. I'm tired right now, but anyways, so hobos are basically they're traveling migrant workers. They're migrant workers who travel from town to town looking for work, regardless of what it is. With me, as long as it has nothing to do with sex and drugs, I'll do it. But it only has to be like maybe a day or two worth of work, and then I'm on to the next town. Mud said something about it being that you ride trains and you go from city to city looking for work, and I kind of agree with it, but I kind of disagree because of the fact that the only reason why people would put freight trains into the mix of it was because of the 1930s Great Depression. You know, hobos were riding the rails, and that was because we had nothing else to ride back then. There was nothing to ride. You're lucky if you even had a bike. I think that's the main reason why people put freight trains and hobos together because of that, you know, and truthfully, I found it being the best form of transportation, with the exception of wintertime. That's about it. Tramps, and again, Mud has a different perspective of it. Tramps are people who travel, but they don't work unless they're forced to. And I can't remember exactly how he put it, and I'm not going to try to quote the guy, but again, mine's kind of different, and again, I'm going to put his video down below. And then bums, and this is where I kind of do have to disagree with you, Mud. Because to me, bums were always especially home bums. You know, they don't travel, they don't work, they're trying to beg for money and all this other stuff. And for the most part, most of the bums I met are either alcoholics or drug addicts or both. You know, they're home bums. It's what they do. They panhandle for money, and that's about it. You know, they go behind the alleyway, they get their heroin dealer, and they get their heroin, stick it in their fucking arms, and, you know, next thing you know, they're passed out in a gutter or some bullshit like that. But that's basically my whole perspective of it. It might not make sense, and I wasn't really prepared to do a video like this. Again, Mud beat me to the damn thing. Lucky bastard. But, as for dirty kids, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't really know much on dirty kids. To me, I kind of gotta put them in with tramps. The way I could best describe dirty kids, for those who don't know what those are, is I gotta put them in with the tramps because it's like they travel and they ride freight trains, and sometimes they might work, so sometimes they might go into the hobo category, but they're not hobos. They're just train kids who ride freight trains for a living, and yeah, they panhandle and beg for money, and a lot of them I know of do drink and they do drugs, especially heroin and LSD and God knows what else. Dirty kids are kind of hard for me to explain truthfully because I don't really like dealing with them. I'm friends with some of them. Some of them I've owed my life to for certain reasons, but dirty kids themselves, I've just never had a good thing with them. So I mean, that's if you guys got questions, feel free to ask. But that's my between me and Mud's videos. That's the best in our knowledge and experience. That's the best way I could put it. You know, his experience is obviously different than mine. I think he's actually doing this a lot longer than me. But like I said, I'm gonna put his video down in the description below and see what you guys think.